So housing affordability is the best that it's been in 3 years, according to a recent report from RBC. But it's still not nearly affordable enough for buyers to jump back into the market. A lot of buyers are waiting for affordability to improve, not because they're trying to time the market, but simply because people buy houses when they can afford to. And the average buyer in the biggest markets in Canada can't afford to buy right now. RBC also stated that most of the improvement in affordability is already behind us. And I'm going to get to why they said that and why I don't necessarily agree with them. They mentioned specifically that further improvement is on the way, but affordability will remain a huge issue, preventing buyers from re-entering the market. RBC recently interviewed with Global News and the Financial Post, and the headline resulted in a discussion that stated Canadians looking for more interest rate relief might be out of luck. Now, RBC's forecast actually originally went against the forecast of a lot of the other big six banks in Canada. But since then, we've seen headlines come out that more economists think the Bank of Canada is done cutting interest rates. And Scotiabank's Derek Holt is now saying shouldn't even be thinking about when to cut rates. The big reason is because economists are split on what inflation numbers mean for the Bank of Canada rate cut. So let's actually just take a step back here and think about what affordability is composed of. When you see banks do analysis on housing affordability, they use something called mortgage payment as a percentage of household income. So it takes the average household income and the average mortgage payment in that market, and it derives the metric based on those. And so housing affordability isn't purely a house price thing. It's based on house prices, it's based on incomes, and it's based on interest rates, because interest rates are what moves that mortgage payment up and down just as much as house prices, and incomes are the denominator. So we're taking the mortgage payment as a percentage of household income. Now, that mortgage payment as a percentage of household income in markets like Vancouver and Toronto is 92.7%. So you would need almost 100% of your income as an average wage earner to buy the average house in the city of Vancouver.